Nothing tastes quite as sweet as tech news. And that's a lie. But if you think you can find that special metal and plasticky magic dust aroma anywhere else, let me know, because it's probably less carcinogenic. Microsoft has agreed to give a year of extended Windows 10 updates to users in the European Economic Area for free, with even less strings attached. Outside of the EEA, it's still the same story we've already known about. If you want to stay on Windows 10 after October 14th and still get security updates, you can either pay $30 or 1,000 Microsoft reward points, or you can enable Windows backup and sync your PC settings to OneDrive, and if you need more than 5 gigabytes, which is the default, you may have to buy some extra cloud space from Microsoft. Because what, you think clouds grow on trees? Or do they? Could you make an argument that they do? Anyway, in the EEA, all you have to do is sign into your Microsoft account on your PC every 60 days, and you can keep partying Windows 10 style 24/7, 365, but not 366. It's a year. They're serious about this. Now, Microsoft agreed to this after they were sent a sternly worded letter by sensibly named European consumer rights group Euro Consumers, who argued that Microsoft's existing policy may break the rules of the Digital Markets Act. The group also noted that Windows 10 is being phased out faster than previous Windows versions. Why is that, Microsoft? Because it's haunted? What? Admit it. At the end of the day, though, this all goes to show the power of channeling your inner mom and writing one of the most valuable companies in the world a very angry email. But hey, don't worry about Microsoft. For any Windows 10 support money they're losing out on, they'll make up with the ROG Xbox Ally handhelds, which have had their prices officially confirmed. The vanilla Xbox Ally starts at $600 USD, while the Ally X with the Ryzen Z2 Extreme starts at $1,000, making it one of the most expensive mainstream handhelds. Honestly, the value proposition for these things are kind of confusing. Cheaper handhelds with similar specs will also have access to the special Xboxified Windows UI. So does Microsoft even want people to buy these at all? The company has been open about their apathy towards Xbox console sales, which is now bearing negative fruit. In Costco, recently confirming to games reporter Destin Legari, I don't know, that they removed Xbox consoles from sale at Costco. And Canadian outlet WB Games is also reportedly selling off their existing Xbox inventory and just leaving it at that. I mean, it looks like they still have some stock, but that should clear out by Xboxing Day. I'd like to show you one of the crazier robot videos I've seen in my internet travels, depicting robots having to relearn how to walk after their engineers dismember them with a chainsaw. What the is wrong with these people? Don't stop at the legs, go full Gears of War on these clankers. They won't take my job. So this company, Skild AI, is doing these horrific things to demonstrate how their skilled brain technology can just work no matter what robot body it's running on, and can continue forcibly retiring humans even when it's attacked by a mob of katana-wielding neo-Luddites. Skild gives some much more optimistic examples of robot activities that could benefit from this tech, and so does Google DeepMind, because they showed off their own robots exhibiting similar body-agnostic abilities. An AI could get smarter and smarter as it possesses one vessel after another, which is something we want? DeepMind also demoed a robot searching the web for info to help it complete a physical task like sorting compost, garbage, and recycling according to San Francisco regulations. Speaking of AI, OpenAI also launched ChatGPT Pulse, a feature exclusive to the $200 Pro tier for now, which has ChatGPT proactively search for stuff it knows you're into and deliver updates on that stuff to you of its own accord. And as The Verge notes, OpenAI and other AI companies really want you to get used to AI not only doing stuff for you, but doing it for you before you even think to ask, which will get people hooked on it, which will eventually lead to everyone leading sedentary lives on the space cruise liner from WALL-E, which is obviously the end goal for all of us, right? Well, that and checking out our sponsor. Micro Center, where September is all about overstock and clearance. So trust me, you'll want to take advantage of the best items on sale all month long, like this Corsair K65 RGB Mini 60% mechanical gaming keyboard for $50 off. Or again, I have to draw your attention to this wireless mouse shaped like a capybara. It's half off and it's literally the cutest thing on earth. Phoenix! Congratulations again, you're getting a Micro Center. That's right, later this year, Micro Center will open their 30th store inside of you. So sign up to get a free 128 gig flash drive when the store opens. And I bet you didn't know, Micro Center also has tech news and tutorial articles and a PC builder tool and even more stuff you don't know about yet. So learn about it at the link in the description. Not many people know this, but Quick Bits are actually completely odorless and flavorless. And that's why no one ever sees them coming. Last week, in an interview with CNBC, Tim Cook responded to a question about NVIDIA and Intel's recently announced partnership by saying, "Competition is very good for the foundry business. We'd love to see Intel come back." Now, this week, Bloomberg reports that Intel has approached Apple to ask about a possible investment, 5 years after Apple dropped their CPUs for Apple Silicon. Ooh, did they think the flame has been reignited, or this is awkward? Intel, honestly, I'd just leave it. I think you're reading into Tim's comment a bit too much. I mean, seconds later in that same interview, the guy said, "There's a lot of great people in America." You know, they're just words. Sometimes CEOs just say things. Almost all OnePlus phones are vulnerable to a permission bypass exploit that could allow any installed app to access SMS data and metadata without informing the user. The issue was discovered by security researchers at Rapid7, and OnePlus is currently working on a patch, but there are some OnePlus devices that are protected from this flaw. Those still running Oxygen OS 11 from back in 2020. Now, if you were like my dad and went, "Ain't no way I'm updating and giving the Chinese my data," you were smarter than any of us. And I'm sorry, Dad. Not Jeff Geerling, normal dad. Amazon has agreed to pay $2.5 billion to settle the Federal Trade Commission's lawsuit over the tech giant intentionally making it heinously difficult for users to cancel their Amazon Prime subscription. The settlement consists of a $1 billion civil penalty, the largest ever in an FTC rule violation case, for being a very naughty tech giant. While the remaining $1.5 billion will go towards refunds for about 35 million customers harmed by Amazon's nonsense, which included a cancellation process Amazon internally named the Iliad Flow, in a reference to the famously long and arduous Trojan War. You gotta admit it's a good reference. Everyone knows Amazon makes the sickest references. And the president and COO of Nintendo of America, Doug Bowser, yep, that's real if you weren't aware, is stepping down after 6 years in the role. Reminiscing about his time there, Bowser recalled one of his earliest video game experiences was playing the arcade version of Donkey Kong. And he thought, "Why is the bad guy a giant monkey? That doesn't make sense. It should be a giant spiky turtle dragon thing." Obviously. The role of Nintendo of America president, which as I've said before was previously occupied by a man named Bowser, will now go to a 20-year Nintendo veteran named Devin Pritchard. Which, could you change your name to Swanky Kong or something? And can you come back here for more tech news on Monday? It just always feels a bit weird when you're not here. About the same amount of weird as me knowing if you're watching the video or not. But hey, life's stranger than fiction, am I right? Very, very true.